Hi, I'm Samantha Bitty, sexual health and consent educator and power bottom. Happy Pride, everyone. I am so sweaty to present today's sex talk. Like, so sweaty. We are going to be playing a few rounds of my patented game, Sexy Sexual Health Trivia. And while ideally it would be my body close to your bodies playing in real time, we're not quite there yet, and that's okay because you are going to play along at home. I'm going to pick the categories, you're going to answer the questions, and you're going to compete with your friends, lovers, neighbors. I mean, I'm an Aries, so I would compete against myself. I do. You're gonna keep your own scores, and I know you're gonna be super honest because you're all very well behaved, and whoever wins whatever y'all decide. I really want you to have fun with it. Before we get started, a little disclaimer. Sexy Sexual Health Trivia is about fucking, so some of the language that I use might be casual or clinical. None of the words I use are meant to offend or exclude anyone. Hopefully you hear the words that you use to describe your bodies and your partnerships, but if you don't, please use your own language. What else? While I am a nationally recognized sexual health and consent educator and relationship expert, everybody has expertise with their sexual health because it is intersectional. There's no way any one person could reflect all of your experiences, and all of your experiences are valid. So let's play the game. Our first category is pleasure. Ooh. It's a picture reveal. Once you know what it is, give a guess. That is correct. It is a butt plug. And what makes this type of toy safe for anal play? The base. We never want to put anything in our butt that does not have a base. With a vagina, there's a cervix at the end. Nothing can go further up into anywhere. But with your butt, if you don't have something with a base, it can just keep going all the way up the gully works. And you need patience, and you need lube. Lube, 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 lube. You want water-based lube, silicone-based lube, oil-based lube. No silicone lube on a silicone toy though. Oh, there's lube right here. From Trojan. Next category is hooking up. What is polyamory? That is correct. Polyamory is having multiple romantic or sexual relationships at the same time, or in my case, none at all at the same time. But the desire is there. And what makes it different than having like a little side piece is that it is with everyone's informed consent. Safer sex. True or false? Women who have sex with women don't need to use safer sex tools like condoms. I know y'all got this correct. The answer is false. Women who have sex with women can use safer sex tools like condoms if they are trying to prevent the transmission of STIs as well as pregnancy. As we know, some women have penises, some women produce sperm. There's also the use of things like a dental dam, which comes in packages like this. It's a sheet of latex that gets used for oral sex. Ooh, it's on brand. What a fun reveal. And we can put that over vaginas, vulvas, anuses to perform the oral sex. This is especially important for folks who get cold sores because cold sores can be transmitted onto people's junk. And there's nothing wrong with that. Herpes is like 1 in 3 people in Canada. It's really common. All right, we're all warmed up, feeling a little ambitious. Let's do wild card. True or false? COVID-19 is sexually transmitted. The answer is true. COVID-19 is spread by, we all know how it's spread now, right? Like we've been going through this for fucking ever, which is not the same thing as a sexually transmitted infection. That is a specific classification of infection. Let's do another hooking up. Oh, it's true or false again. I'm so easy. Is this too campy? Like, have I gone too far? Like, should I just be like a real person or? All right, this is a scenario question. You're on a date where you and your date both get intoxicated. You both seem to be going with the flow and end up sharing a sexual experience. The next day, neither of you fully remember what happened, are both a little embarrassed, but for the most part, not regretful. This is an example of consensual sex. All right, so you're on a little date, you got a little twisted, you end up smashing or fooling around or whatever happens. It wasn't an unwanted experience, but is that consensual? The answer is false. It is not consensual. Consent is freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, specific, and sober. Like I said, not all of the experiences that we have while intoxicated are unwanted, but any intoxication compromises what we think of as like ideal consent. And some of the ways that we can navigate going on dates, a lot of people like to get intoxicated to have sex for many different reasons. We can make sure we have safer sex tools on us. We can let a friend know where we are. We can arrange to have a ride home. And while we're hooking up with somebody, we can also ensure that we are checking in with them. So making eye contact, asking questions. I am a huge advocate of consent that happens before, during, and after. So before you get fucked up, be like, hey, I like you. I'm like feeling away. Also, by the way, this isn't my nipple. It's a tattoo I got when I was 17. Which was only like 3 years ago. I might wanna fool around tonight, but let's talk about what we're comfortable with first. During, as I said, checking in, and after, so much of how we feel after a date, especially one where we've been intoxicated, is how that person treats us. So checking in, hey, how are you feeling about last night? I felt okay about that, or I don't know if I wanna do that again, etc. The ideal is that we're always sober and we're always clear-headed, but that's just not the lived reality for people. So I always like to make sure that we talk about that. Let's go with pleasure. Multiple choice. Can using a vibrator desensitize a clitoris? A, yes, permanently. B, yes, impermanently. C, no. Y'all, the answer is B, yes. Impermanently though, which is good. So if you find that you're experiencing clitoral desensitization from the use of a specific toy or toys, it might be time to just switch it up. Try a different kind of toy, try masturbating on different parts of the body. Remember, not everybody has like a sexy relationship to their genitals, and it's super important that when we're talking about self-pleasure or even mutual pleasuring, that we decentralize the junk, right? Like, there are so many different body parts that feel good to touch and can even lead to orgasm if that's what you're looking for. Safer sex, true or false? Also, Lolly is coming to visit the set. Honey, I'm working. Come here, show them your pretty pride harness. We keep the kink in pride here at the Pussy Palace. Go. I'm losing rhinestones. Okay. True or false? Latex gloves can be used as a barrier method for sex. The answer is true. Not only can you use latex gloves for finger banging, but latex gloves can actually be cut into a type of barrier method that can go on bottom growth for folks who are on testosterone and want to have penetrative sex. Let's do another wild card. Multiple choice. The most effective method of preventing the transmission of COVID-19 to sexual partners is A, using away-facing positions, B, communication, C, getting tested, or D, avoiding kissing. The answer is B, communication. While all the other options are great ways to help prevent the transmission of COVID-19 to potential. We're vaccinated now. It's not potential. We're out here. I mean, not everybody is vaccinated. There is definitely a lot of vaccine inequity and reasons why people are distrustful of medical systems. But all that aside, we have to be communicating first with ourselves about what risks we're comfortable with, making decisions that are also relevant to our immediate and extended community, and then communicating that with another person who you're smashing, or people. Pleasure. You're gonna have to just guess. In which body part does arousal begin? The answer is the brain. Whether it is your brain telling your body to get wet, get hard, get judged up, or it's the feel-good hormones that get produced, chemicals, hormones. I'm not a doctor or nurse, I'm not quite, arousal begins in the brain. And that means that everyone, regardless of their relationship to their body parts, regardless of their use or mobility with their body parts, can still experience arousal and enjoy all the pleasures that sex of all different kinds has to offer. Now, sexy sexual health trivia would not be sexy sexual health trivia without a round of spelling bee. We're going to do an external condom demo, mostly because I have these really lovely Magnum condoms, which hard to get the lighting right. Safe way to use a condom, whether it's going on a penis or on a toy, to help prevent the transmission of STIs. The first thing we want to do is check the date. Every condom on the back of it has an expiry date. The next thing we want to do is to check for air. We want to be pressing down to make sure that there is resistance. A lot of times we keep condoms in places that they get smushed, pockets, purses, whatever. The next thing we want to do is we want to push the condom to the side. Also, feel free to discuss amongst yourselves how snatched my nails are, even though we are 200 days into no nail salons. We're going to tear along the ridges. The condom will be revealed. There is a right side and a wrong side. The way we can tell it's the right side is that it sits kind of like a little hat, right? We want to pinch the tip of the condom and we want to roll it all the way down. If you put it on the wrong way, you can't just flip it over if it's going on a penis. If it's going on a toy, it's like not really that big of a deal unless the toy already has bodily fluids on it. And like so, condoms come in many different shapes and sizes. These condoms are for big old things. That's why I keep them stocked in the house, ready. You have to, what is that shit? If you build it, they will come. Why do we pinch the tip? For a bonus point. That is correct, so that there's room for the nut. And when you're using it on a toy, you don't have to pinch the tip as much, but it can help to prevent breakage. And when we're done, you want to twist, especially like if there's cum in there, you want to twist it. Don't twist the whole dick unless they like that. And you roll away from the bodies and you throw it in the garbage. I don't know where y'all are watching from, but plumbing in Toronto is not trying to manage all of that. So we want to throw them away. All right, y'all, that's it for my sex talk. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you had a little fun. I hope you enjoyed these titties. And I just want to remind you that sex and gender and sexuality is so expansive and so robust and such an endless spectrum of possibilities. I wish you all the opportunity to experience the transformative force that sex can be. And I'm so happy that you had me out here for this. Happy Pride.